Yes.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
My voice is clear, sir.
Yes.
So my voice.
Yes, yes. Clear.
Okay, sir. Good evening, sir. Sir, the questions generally. The
Video,
question,
video,
sir, is a common question to all.
video on cheyandi, video.
That, success.
Right.
The video is on, sir, but it is
Right.
cell phone videos. The common question is generally we ask, no, sir. The question is the success. The success is calculated. In what way we calculate the success? So it is calculated on the failure. Sometimes we think of success, we go for success, but it happens that the lack of willpower, or if we 100% efforts also, we keep 100% efforts also, but something will be, gaps will be there, some gaps will be there, and something will be missing, and sometimes our mistakes will be there. So again we have to analyze that, and the question comes, what happened, and why it happened. The question comes generally to, it's a common question to all, what happened and why it happened like that. It's a common question to all, sir. That question is always, it strikes me, sir. That is my question, what point is there. So how we have to we have to take it, how we have to take it, that is the question, sir. How we have to take that, that's the question, sir.
Yes, yes. Success here in what type of success you want?
Success, so we wake up in the morning, sir. At early morning, I wake up at 5 o'clock. So 5 minutes, sir. Today I should do something. I should do in a proper way. What I have to do it in a proper way. Means teaching. I will go for school. So I should give my best. I should be the cool, maintain that mind, maintain that mind status should be cool. And it should not be diverted from the topic. We will be disturbed from the topic. What topic will be there? The colleagues will be there. We will be distracted. They will say, I am the, sir, that I am the in charge of something, of MDM in charge. They will say, you sold the rice and you are becoming richer and richer by selling the rice. So it's that should not be enter my mind. Means the good or bad. If they say, oh, you are the greatest teacher, means you are the very bad, means also. My goal is not that, no, sir. 5 o'clock, what I thought, I should give my best to the teacher, but this is not I want, no, sir. This is not the thing I want. So what I want is, I should, 5 o'clock I thought that I should be the best, but I think I am giving my only 50% or 60%. I think so personally, sir. So something is there, that gap is there.
Yes.
Right, that is the question, sir. Why the gap is coming is that question, sir. So many sankalpas will be there, but we cannot fulfill that.
Yes. So everybody wants to be perfect. The reason is, other day said, no, the purpose of education itself, manifestation of the perfection already in man. That is a definition given by Swami Vivekananda. As far as education is concerned, education is the manifestation of the perfection already in man. So here we have to think that perfection is already there in us. So that is why if anything goes wrong, we won't be happy. It means we think that everything should be perfect. Why? Means that is there in our hidden part. That is why we expect that. Otherwise, say for example, so we want to be happy. A simple example. Nobody thinks that I should be unhappy. Yes. Why should we think that we should be happy? Because that is our real nature. So our real nature is that we should be happy, and that to be continuously, everlasting. That is called bliss, not this moment or that moment. Always we should be happy. Why means that is our real nature. That is why we call it as Satchit Ananda. Existence, knowledge, and bliss. So existence means our real nature is existence means always we are permanent, eternal. So our real nature is eternal, the soul. It is eternal. Nainam chindanti shastrani nainam dahati pavaka. Matter is neither created nor destroyed. It is eternal. Ajo nitya shashvatayam puranaha nahanyate hanyamane sharire. Lord Krishna says. Ajo nitya shashvata puranaha. So that is our nature. So that is why we always think like that. Nobody ready to die tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Even if an aged person also is ready to take medicines, he is ready to go to hospital. Because inside that our real nature is eternal. We are eternal. Then knowledge. So nobody is happy with the knowledge that we possess at present. Still we want more knowledge, more knowledge. It means the holistic completeness. So we are not happy with that. So more and more we want. So that is called knowledge. And bliss. Bliss means not mere happiness. It continuously, we are always right from morning to night, or every moment, all these years, we should be happy. So that is our real nature. That is why if there is a gap, if anything gulf with that, so we won't be happy, because the completeness we want, that is our real nature. If anything, something is wrong, lagging, there is a restlessness. So that is a mark of progress that is needed. So don't be happy with whatever you possess. So contented life we say, but in what aspect contented life means? Just with the money and position, that contented. But the happiness point of view, there is no limit to that. Yes, it should be eternal, not momentary, not time being, not time bound. So a continuous happiness, everlasting happiness, that is called bliss. So existence, knowledge, and bliss, Satchit Ananda. So when a man is in progressive way, means he wants to progress, he wants to develop, he wants to achieve something great, then he wants to come out with his fullness. It means the flying colors. He wants to come out with flying colors. So whatever work we do, we want to do in perfect way. Yes, that is our ambition. That is our desire. But while manipulating, while doing that work in field level, action level, there are some laggings, some blocks, some hindrances. So this comes. So Lord Krishna says, in Bhagavad Gita, that Sanjaya, he says, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara, Tatra Sri Vijayo Bhuti, Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. So this is my, what you call, mata. I say that wherever there is Lord Krishna and wherever there is Arjuna, there is a success. Here he used two words. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara. It means not simple mere Partha. The Partha with a bow and arrow. It means who is with Purusha Prayatna. And where there is Lord Krishna. It means to get a real success, we need both our Purusha Prayatna and the God should be with us. Lord Krishna is with us. So with this Purusha Prayatna and along with the blessings of the God, and we get success. Of course, in our day-to-day life, some may accept us, some may not accept us. The world is like this. The world is shallow. So it is not standardized. And it is not possible to satisfy this world. It is very difficult. It means even Lord Krishna, though right from boyhood, he manifested his divinity, his Leela, but how many people accepted him? Few people accepted him or realized him as a god, as an incarnation. But in case of Duryodhana and other people, they abused, they opposed, they criticized. So that is there in this world. So first thing we have to keep in our mind that in order to succeed in our life, and there is a parameter. What is that parameter? What type of success we need? That is first we have to, what is the criterion? What type of success we want? Of course, material and spiritual. So in material success, and you have given some examples in what you call day-to-day life or in our duty, it is not possible to satisfy the people around us. That point you have to remember. Yes, first thing, it is not that much easy. Swami Vivekananda says that the society is like a tail of a dog. If you want to straighten it, as long as there is a force, yes, your efforts, you can straighten it. But give it up, then again it coils. Yes. So this world is like that. It is not that much easy to pacify or satisfy the whole community. It is not that much easy. Not possible also. Yes, even Swami Vivekananda, his life also, when he was in America, and many people, they criticized him. They denamed him. Yes, he came here just to enjoy, and he was poor in India. So to get comforts and other things, he came here. So like that, so many things they said. Yes. In the same way,
Yes.
in our day-to-day life also, we have to do our efforts. We have to put our efforts in best level. Yes, we have to put our efforts according to the norms or conditions. It means in our mind that should be there that whatever I take up, it should be perfect. It should be good. But here the thing comes here, the samskaras of different people, they are not same. They are with different samskaras. Their spiritual bent of mind is different. Their perspective of life is different. Their ambitions are different. Their attitudes are different. Their way of life is different. So when there is no matching of your ideology and their ideology, and there is a friction, it is quite common. That friction comes. So here, then what we have to do from our point of view, from your point of view, whatever work you are doing, are you doing according to the norms, according to the orders of the government, as per your conscience, the antaratma? So even generally, whenever we do some mistakes, sometimes by compelling, but our conscience tells, our antaratma says, yes, that is called antaryami. Bhagavan is an antaryami, and it tells always. So that pinches. whenever you go sleep, when you are in alone, then naturally you will recollect. So I did this, I would have not done like that. So that is there. So that you have to think whenever you do work, and if your conscience says that, your Antaratman says that it is wrong, then you have to modify that. But mind, if mind says that, but don't accept. So mind is always tricky. It is cunning. So that is why we are not supposed to think of it, means accept what mind says. But there should be a discrimination power, buddhi. So using the discrimination power, if you do work, then whether you succeed or not, here failure are quite common. Swami Vivekananda says that the failures makes man perfect. Yes, it helps you to elevate, to modify your ideas, your thoughts. Yes or no? And Swami Vivekananda himself said,
Yes, sir.
out of failures only, I got lesson. Yes. And he gives one example. See, you take a wall or what you call, he gave example of a cow. Cow never tells lie. Yes. But man tells lie. And can you say that the cow, as it is not tells lies, but it is not what you call, considering to that elevation, you want to consider it. And wall also, it never tells did any wrong, no sin, nothing. It is always like that only. It is free from duels. But can you treat it as a great? No. But man himself, on the way of success, on the way of his achievement, some mistakes may arise, some blunders, some arise. But we should not brood over that. We should not, you have to learn from that. You have to learn from those mistakes. Clear? Are you following? Mahendra? Mahendra, are you listening? Hello? Mahendra? Audible to
Yes, sir.
you?
Following.
Yes, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Hearing, sir.
Huh? Yes,
Yes, sir.
yes.
Yes, sir. Listening, sir. Listening.
Yes. So here,
Yes, sir. Hearing, sir. Hearing. I mean, yes, hearing,
so
sir. Hearing. I am hearing. Yes, sir.
this is quite, this comes, it means unless and until you become perfect, yes, these things are common. These failures are common. The hurdles are common. Blunders are common. You have to face many challenges. And Swami Vivekananda says that you tell me how great you are, I can tell you that how many challenges you faced, how many problems you crossed. It means when the goal is high, when there is a high goal, and to reach that goal, we have to pass through many what we call testing periods. We have to pass through many hurdles. That is there in the history makers. You take up the example of any great personalities in their lives. They faced many problems, n number of problems, n number of obstacles, n number of oppositions. Yes, they are quite common. Though they are doing something good for the whole world, whole society, selfless work, service they are doing, but they face what these hurdles, the comments from the society. So that is why we are not supposed to get annoyed when there is a problem, some hurdles in our success. So here the ultimate success, now come to the point. What is ultimate success? When you fulfill your the ultimate goal of your life, when you realize your real nature, when you know the purpose of life, from where does we have come, from where we have to go back. So what for we are here, why we are created, yes, from where did we come and where to go, and that is the ultimate goal. So when you reach that, then only we call it as a success. So that is why here, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, where there is a Krishna and Arjuna, both should be there. Not mere Purushartha, your own efforts, you won't get the success. But to support you, to back up you, who is needed? The Krishna is needed. Lord Krishna is needed. With this support, then we get the success. And here, there are the mundane life success is there, some position, name, and fame, but we never feel happy with that. So you have to think that. Just in the beginning, I said our real nature is Satchit Ananda. Unless and until we achieve that, whatever the amount of wealth you have, the whole world wealth is with you, you won't be happy. You will get enough name and fame, then also you won't get happy, because it is not actual success, that is. Because when there is a fame, name and fame, always you think that sometimes I may be denamed. You want to sustain that. So you want to maintain that. So always there is a fear of what you call denaming. When there is a admiration, name and fame, there is always the pinching. One day or other day, I may be what you call some people may defame me. I lose that. So if you have position, and always they think that one day or other day I lose my position. And if you have enough wealth, and you have to get that amount, to accumulate, to fetch that, you have to work hard to get amount money. You have to work hard, and same amount of energy, efforts you have to put to keep that amount. So 10 lakhs came to you. Say, for example, 10 lakhs is with you now. Immediately you will become restless. So where to keep this 10 lakhs? If I keep in the bank, the IT people, and I have to pay IT, they ask. Or if I keep in land and in my own same name, and that is also they come to know in while registration. So this one person, one name, why 5 lakhs? And you take your relative's name, and you may think that in future they may not give. If they in their name, if I register some amount with me, some land, their other's name, and you think that in future they think that they are registered, they don't know or name, so they may not give. So there is so much of tension. You are not happy, restlessness. So if it is wealth gives happiness, and the recent survey saying that, and in Europe countries where their per capita is more, there the restlessness is more, there the suicide attempts are more, suicide cases are more, and neuro problems are more, psychological problems are more in where there is more per capita, more wealth. They are restless, they are not happy. So that is why they are coming to India. They are taking their yoga and meditation. They are doing meditation. So the source of happiness within. It means with limit, whatever things you need to exist in this world, that you need, that is needed. But more than that, that is why Isavasa Upanishad says that Isavasa Vedam Sarvam Yat Kinchit Jagatyatjagam Tiena Tekwena Bhunjita. So you accumulate, but give up. You give up and then enjoy. So na karmana na prajaya na dhanena tyagene ka amrutatva manasuhu. That Upanishad says that na karmana na prajaya na dhanena tyaga. Only out of tyaga you'll get amrutatva. So amrutatva, when you reach that amrutatva, that is called real success. Reaching amrutatva state, that is called real success. So when you are in karma path, because you have to perform your duty, you have render services, because you allotted, God has given, settled you in particular occupation, particular position. So you have to render your services. But in that also, you have to manifest your divinity. That is practical Vedanta. So there is no gulf between our regular work and spirituality. What Swami Vivekananda he taught to the modern world. Earlier days, they thought that our mundane work, mundane life, and spiritual life, they are different. They are no more related. They are not at all related to each other. So that life is different and this life is different. Not at all. So our day-to-day life and spiritual life, they are two sides of the same coin. Yes, when
Yes.
you follow the actual path, the perfect path, then naturally you will get there is a balance in your mind. It means when there is a correlation between your spiritual life and this mundane life, then you will lead a perfect life. So there is you will get a emotional balance. Otherwise, if you think that it is only physical world, physical activity, it is nowhere concerned with my spirituality, then the conflict comes, the friction comes, disappointment comes. So when you work as a worship, then what happens? It is as a worship, then it become a karma yoga. Then you never think of the result. It means whatever may be the result, I did my level best. I did according to my conscience. I did according to my shastras. I did what my Antaryami says. I am following what the rules and regulations framed by the government. So, as accordingly, I am doing. But the receiver may be not the same. Your colleagues may not have that same perspectiveness, same attitude, same temperament, same samskaras. Their way of life is different. So if you try to think, if you try to change them, no, there is always a friction. You lose your peace of mind. But here, but to the utmost level, you do your duty with perfection. Yes, as per the Shastras, as per the conditions, as a part of manifesting the divinity. So I am you, it is not a karma, it is a karma yoga. You think it as a karma yoga, then naturally, what happens? This, wherever some what you call failures, or you may not achieve, it may not be up to your level. You may think that today I have to perform in perfect way. There should not be any lag behind. Yes, but
Yes, sir.
that may not happen always. But innermostly, you have to think that I I served from as per the shastras, as per my inner conscience. So then these failures, of course, slowly, what happens? They reduce, and from our side, we have to serve properly. There should not be any mistakes, of course. But another day, another constant Swami Vivekananda says, a man with ideals make 100 mistakes, but a man without ideals makes 50,000 mistakes. You have to point to this. A man without ideals, he makes 50,000 mistakes. Every moment, every aspect the mistake. But man with ideals, 100 mistakes. It means not by his will, but some compulsions, or by some force, or not aware of that, you will do. But later, what happens when you sit quietly and you tells that I would have not done even that also, that simple mistake also. So gradually, what happens? That 100 mistakes next time becomes 99. Next 90, 70. So gradually, the ideal person, when he did mistake, means that is not only for the sake of society, for the betterment of the society only, he did not for his own sake, but The person without ideals, whatever he does, and for his own betterment, selfishness. But here, whenever you do selfless work, some mistakes may arise, but you should not think. But ideology must, should not forget. Our ideology, we should not give up. Our goal of life, we should not give up. Our purpose of life, we should not give up. When these things are in our mind, and gradually they slow down, they decrease. And the more opposition and more strength you will get. Because despite of the problems you face, you are rendering your services in perfect way. And naturally, you will get, when you are, there is a Purushartha, this is called Purusha Prayatna Purushartha, this is Arjuna. So naturally, the Antaryami, the Lord Krishna is with you, Sri Ramakrishna is with you, then naturally what happens? You will get that power and energy, that strength. Swami Vivekananda, he went there with the permission of Shardama, and Swami Vivekananda, Sri Ramakrishna himself said, you would teach the world when he was a small boy. He said, with his order only he went, but there he faced many problems. Yes, but even then he did not give up because he became so strong. He proved that these are all quite common. When you achieve something, when you do something great, and naturally these problems arise, but you should not give up. So he proved, because your intention is good, your purpose is good, and you are with a mission, and God is with you. Then these problems comes and goes like a what you call in a sea. These waves, they come and go. Yes, they are quite common. But if you think that I enter into the ocean unless and until the waves stop, it means it is not possible. The whole life you have to wait. So these waves comes in the ocean, quite common. But you should know when to hide. When the tides come with the high pressure, you have to low down, and when they come, you raise your head. Then you proceed. This is called yoga karmasu kaushalam. So you need this kaushalam in your spiritual life. Then you will succeed. Yes, Mahendra.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Clarify.
Clear, sir. My
Anything?
voice.
Yes.
No, sir. Yes, yes. This our mindset should be a positive mindset. We have to go with that. Yes, sir. It's a nice. Nice discourse, nice discussions, nice suggestions, sir, to me.
So it is not audible. Some net problem is there, I think.
Yoga karma kaushalam. That is the man, means in karma we have to maintain that balance. That is the point, no, sir. You said no, the balance.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Yes.
Now today Naresh joined.
Yes, sir. Now it's clear, sir. My voice.
Now it is clear.
Okay, sir. That one point is there that yoga karma kaushalam is the main point, I think, sir.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Naresh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is the main point that that I have to receive that, sir. Your point, I have to, your message.
Yes. So, Naresh, unmute and speak.
Namaskar, sir.
Oh, yes, yes.
Good evening, sir.
Oh, yes, yes. Jai Ram Krishna.
Jai Ram Krishna. Jai Ram Krishna, Mahendra.
Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Sri Ramakrishna.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I could not join last two meetings because at that time I was actually driving. So I could not join the call on time. But yeah, at least I'll try to join and listen to the conversation instead of skipping the meeting. I'll make that point.
Yes, you heard no any
So I heard, sir, what you said. We need to ensure that we are in the right direction and then continue to do what we are doing. I wanted to add one of my kind of experience or my way of looking at things is that it is all about setting your expectations. So if you expect something out of it, and if that doesn't happen, then that will demotivate you. So do what you are supposed to do and leave the results to the God. Then He will kind of give the results to you. So do your work and leave the results to God. That is what is going to continue in the right direction, and then you don't get demotivated. If things don't fall in place, there might be a reason, but continue to do your work. Sometime it will definitely fall in place, and you'll understand why things are moving that way. That is my experience. We should always believe on the right direction and ensure we stick to that in any situation. That is my experience, sir.
Oh, yes. So I think JP sir, he said that he's lost. Actually, which we have to today. I have to take up third sloka of Bhagavad Gita. We started Bhagavad Gita last 2 Sundays, and this Sunday some doubts are there, which I have to clarify that with Abhay and JP sir. I thought of continuing that, but sir, mother's health was not good. Nearly 4 days back, some problem hospitalized, and sir better half was not there. So he said that as she joined, then I get some relief. So, but it could not happen, I think. And of course, Abhay, he came to Nizamabad, and he was with me up to 4:35. 4:35, he was with me, and he went his in-laws' house, and of course, he said I joined lately, but whether to know whether he is there, Abhay, he said that I may join late.
He is not there, sir. It is only we three of us. He is not there in this meeting right now.
That was the problem. I think he said 4:30 up to 4:35. I think he was with me.
Okay.
So he too had a doubt. Last moment he asked Abhay after the interpretation of Gita for 40 minutes, and he posed one question. So I thought of clarifying that today, this week, but due to these two reasons, and that is why I asked Mahendra to come out with any clarification for him. So I have taken up this. He asked about success and his day-to-day life. Some problems, which is quite common. Yes, so many things comes in on the way. It means I said no. This, though we are same family, but Vedanta says that though we belong to same family, but as far as spirituality is concerned, we are independent. You are nowhere concerned with your better off, or your father, or your brother, or mother, because the next birth is depending upon the karma or samskaras that are embedded in us. It means that samskaras leads the next birth is depending upon this present action and karma or samskaras. That's sanchita prarabdha agami karma. Is there no? So the sanchita karma. So whatever the sadhana you do, that helps you only. But others, they have to do their own sadhana. That is why the previous birth, if you think of previous birth, yes, if you think of previous birth, they were not your relatives. if you think of our next birth, to any human being, if you think of next birth, then you are nowhere concerned. You may be brother to someone else. You may be son to some other. Yes, son-in-law to someone, not the same, the blood relation now that we have. But we should not think that they belong to us. But what Sri Ramakrishna says that. So you have to think that they are your own blood relatives, kith and kin. With utmost respect, you have to render your duties or perform your services. But innermost core, you have to think that Tadhama Paramama, my actual destiny is where my actual relation is with God only, the ultimate goal of life. So here this a train in a past, when you long tour, so many people join us, say a 2 days journey. Then we become very close. We exchange our food items, and they what you call maintain relation. That say uncle, aunt, and they also say that so and so next month or my brother or sister or son marriage, you have to come. Certainly, I will send a card. They tell everything. So exchange of ideas, thoughts, very close. But when their station comes, then they get down. And after going certain distance, then others' destiny they come and they get down. So the here also, yes, we in this life we come together. Yes, Runanu Bandena Pasupatni Sutadaya. There is a one Runa. So with that, now we are here. But last birth, there was no relation. Future, there would not be any relation. But this birth, and your next birth is depending upon your sadhana, your higher, where you want to elevate, you want to lead a grade. That is why in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says that Arjuna asked one question. So I am doing one sadhana, but I may not succeed 100%. My sadhana may be up to 50%. So then what about my future? Yes, Yoga Prashta, I may become Yoga Prashta. No, Lord Krishna says that Nahi Kalyana Kaschit Durgatim Patagachati Prapya Punya Krutam Lokan Ushita Shashvati Samaha Suchinam Srimatange Yoga Prashta Vijayate Adava Yogi Nameva Kule Bhavati Dimatam. Nahi Kalyana Kaschit Durgatim Patagachati. There is no Durgati to such person, but he says that Prapya Punya Krutam Lokan. So whatever you did sadhana, the merits you got, that is continued in this life. So 50% you achieved. So from 51 you start. Yes. So up to 10th you passed, you studied. Yes. Then next year, then you won't start again from LKG, UKG, from intermediate. It means 10th over, 10th knowledge certificate is there. Then you go for, then you start your life with intermediate. So whatever previous birth you did, that continues. That is why Prapya Punya Krutam Lokan Kshitra Saswati Smaha. So that continues. So that is why here you are in spiritual life, you are independent. Just like in a same class, all students they study. Yes, they may help each other. But after qualification, after completion of that education, then what you strive for your own settlement. Another, they settle in other ways. Yes, they are all same class, you are all there, but your goal is to settle in your life. Then your knowledge helps you to achieve, settle in one place, and his knowledge helps him to settle in another place. So all are not in same occupation, same position, and same place. So here your efforts, you are under the same shelter, same teacher, you have studied it. But what happened when you grow up according to your taste, knowledge, then your future. It means this physical world. Yes, you settled. One may become a teacher and a software. Also, one may be in America or a Bangalore, in America, Hyderabad, Infosys or Mahindra, or some others are in another field. Yes, software engineer, another one is hardware engineer. So here, this is depending upon your desire, your goal, yes, your ambition, yes, your taste, yes, nowhere concerned. In the same way, spiritual path also, your sadhana helps you to settle in future life. It means your future life is depend upon your particular sadhana. That is why in this world, everybody is different, because in their previous birth, their sadhana was different. Their perspective were different. Their exposure were different. They come with a different background, different samskaras. Yes, each and everyone. Yes. So that is why there is a difference in ideology, difference in taste. You may be interested in spirituality, but your brother may not be like that. But science says that the heredity, but same parents we came, but genes and chromes are there, but that samskaras are not same, because in previous birth, what type of life he did? He did ordinary life or mundane life, materialistic life. But you, by luckily, last birth also, you were in spiritual path. Yes. So that tendency, that samskaras are now continuing in this life. So that's why you start here and you are strive for that. Yes. Again, you will go for spiritual life. So that is why we have to think like this. Everybody is new, everybody is different, but we have to treat them as our relative or friend. It's not hate, but inside we have to think that you are differ from them. Your goal is differ from them, and your future is in your hand. Destiny is in your hand, in your karma. Yes, with that perspective, if you lead your life in this world, and we will be happy. Otherwise, always conflict. That is why Swamiji said, this world is like a tail of a dog. Yes, it is not possible. It is not possible to change all people, because that samskaras are like that. Yes, accumulated samskaras. So much teaching is needed for them. So some say matchstick is there and matchbox is there, but they are wet condition. So you may strike with 100 what you call that pieces, but fire will not come. Wet, both are wet, so it should be dried. Otherwise, your efforts are no use. So like that, people also, they are with different temperament, different attitude, different samskaras. So we have to think, consider all this. But our efforts should be there. Our efforts that sarve jana sukhino bhavantu, lokas samasta sukhino bhavantu. We have to pray God that sabko sammati de Bhagavan. Gandhiji used to pray. Sabko sammati de Bhagavan. Satmati. Andariki manchi buddhini prasadinchu. Let all people be happy, good. So that should be there. We have to pray for them that they have to come to this right path. That is why Durjanaha Sajjano Bhuyat, Sajjanaha Shanti Mapnuyat, Shanto Muchet Vandebhyo, Muktan Anyan Vimochate. Durjana should become Sajjana. Sajjana should attain Shanti. Those who got Shanti, they have to give Shanti to others. Those who elevated, they have to make others to elevate. This is our prayer. Durjanaha Sajjano Bhuyat, Sajjanat Shanti Mapnuyat, Shanto Muchet Bandebhyo. So those who get Shanti, so they have to get liberated. So those who are liberated, they have to help others to get liberated. This is our Rushi Runa. So whatever knowledge we get from our master, from our sadhana, from our shastras, we have to pass on to next generation. So that is why this is the purpose of satsang. Yes. Is it clear?
Yes, clear.
Yes, sir. It is clear.
It's very clear.
Oh, yes. So now we are happy that Naresh also with us this time. So next time let us hope our let us pray that JP Sir's mother for speedy recovery. Let us pray all so that he should free from that tension, so that he can lead what you call this sadhaka life uninterruptedly. Let us pray. And so next week let us we that continue that Gita. Yes, that
Okay.
third shloka we continue, and some doubts also there, as JP sir and our Abhay also last time we post, and if possible that I continue, and then next shloka we take up Jnana Yoga. So any more to say? Yes. Any more to say?
No, sir. No, sir.
Oh, yes.
Yes, sir. Next week, sir. Next week later discuss.
Yes. So let us wind up with prayer. Lokas samasta sukhino bhavantu.
Sukhino bhavantu.
Sarve jana sukhino
Sukhino
bhavantu.
bhavantu.
Sri Rama Krishna arpanamastu.
Krishna arpanamastu.
So, Jai Rama Krishna to all.
Jai Ram Krishna, sir. Jai Ram Krishna.